Yeah, I'm here to talk about, you know, um, standard access control list. Standard access control list is a way of, one of the security policies in access control list used to deny or permit or filter unwanted traffic that is going or coming into a network. So, access control list has about three ways of creating this policy, which this standard access control list, which I'm about to talk now, is among. Another one is extended access control list. Standard access control list deny or filter unwanted traffic or packet into your network based on source MAC address. So, while extended access control list filter based on source and destination IP addresses and also source and destination TCP port number. That is for extended access control list. I've spoken about this access control list, the theoretical part of it. So now I'm here to talk about standard access control list. I want to, do it practically, hands-on lab. Let's start. If you have just joined us and you don't know what is called access control list, please refer to the video of access control list, the theoretical part of it. Let's start. This is this router, internal router. I want to deny this computer here, PCO, access to this server. Okay? You won't be able to access this server. Let's say this is accounting server. This is account department. Okay? Or should I call it finance? So let's do that. And you need to place this restriction or create this as standard access control list, in this router that is connected to, this finance department. So let's open this router now. So, but before then, let me ping this server to make sure that there is traffic. Yeah, before we decide to, deny access to it. This is the IP address. You can see you can get access to it. It has access to it. You can communicate with the server. But now, after the standard access control list denying it access to that server, it won't be able to communicate with it anymore. So let's go ahead. Okay, let's log in. Oh, why? Okay, we are there. We're in internal router config terminal access list 10 deny host 192.168.10.2. Okay, access list 10 permit any. Okay, interface go/o IP access group 10 out. So let's try that system again. Let's try it again. Okay. Yeah. Let's try it. Ping 20.10.2, sorry, 2.2. You can see that destination is unreachable. Look at it, destination unreachable. You can't communicate with it anymore. So let's go to that router and give it access again. External router, no IP access group 10 out. That's how to, to reverse the restriction, the denial of service. Now exit, no access list 10. Now there's something I want to do again. Let's also create extended access control list, so that you know the difference. I will still deny the same PC access to this server, and I want to deny it access to web, to web, which uses port number 80. www uses TCP port number 80. So I'm going to deny this system, because what I denied it before is ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol, which is ping. And ping, the full meaning of ping is Packet Internet Grouper. This is a kind of echo request trying to use a troubleshooting tools. It's a troubleshooting way of troubleshooting, try to know if a system is alive on network. So the protocol is ICMP. Now I want to deny this source. Extended access control is work both source and destination IP address, and also TCP port number. Now let's go there, and I'm doing this configuration in this internal router. Okay, and denying this system access to that web server. So let's open up our internal router. Okay, enable, login, put your password. Sorry, it's case sensitive. Yeah, I'm in that router. Configure terminal to get to global configuration mode. Access list 110. Remember, deny extended access list starts from 100 to 199. Deny TCP host, TCP host, that is source host 192.168.10.2. sorry, 2. Host, destination host 1920.10.2.2. Let's do this to see what is remaining. Okay, EQ 80. It can say 80, or it can put it World Wide Web, WW. Okay, so I want to put it port 80. No, but then before I deny this access, let's try to reach that web server, so that we know that we actually denied it. So this is the computer. So let's put the web address. This is the web, web browser. Let's open up that web browser. So our web browser is open. So let's type in the web page, of that server, www.cisco.com. Okay. I can see it's opened. This is the Cisco image here. Let's see. This is the Cisco image. So now let's deny it access. Let's deny this PCO access to that, web page, web server, sorry. Now, where is our internal router? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Port 80, we have put it. You enter. Incomplete command. Let's start afresh. Okay. You can see I said access list 10, deny TCP host. That's the source. This host is that computer I am trying to deny access to web server. That is the source. The host, another host, that's the destination computer. That's EQ means equals to port 80 of that, the port TCP port number 80 of that system. I hit enter. Now access list 110 permit, permit TCP, any source host and any destination host. Now, do you know that this this thing is the same thing as any wildcard mask 0.0.0.0 255.255.255.255. Put another one 0.0.0.0. This is wildcard mask. Now 255.255.255.255. But we, the engineers, we always use the easiest one. Since they are the same, there is no need of wasting time typing such a long wire mask, So I just put any source host and any destination host. I tell him this, deny that system. Without putting permit again, it will deny everything. You enter. Then you interface giga o/o. You enter, IP access group 1110 in. Okay. So let's try that, reaching that web server again. Let's try reaching it again. This is the first one we did. Let's go back, So let's try reaching it again. We have to make sure we go back. So now the web server is, the web browser is open. Let's try that address again. Now that we have denied access to that same cisco.com. Okay. You can see it. It's not possible. Be watching. Yes, it can't go there again. It can't open the web page. Access is denied. This is the way to filter unwanted traffic. Filter unwanted traffic into your network. You can see it can't get there. I entered it and I click enter. Let me click enter again. You can see it cannot reach it. Now let's permit it again. Internal router. Let's remove that restriction. No IP access group. Sorry. No IP access group 110 in. Okay. Now exit to global configuration mode. No access list 110. Now we can still deny telnet access the same way. So let's use another, let's use a standard access control list to deny access to Telnet, to Telnet, and this is the way. You don't want any any source IP address to Telnet into your router, both from internet and your internal network. Now we only permit this same computer access to Telnet and deny every other ones, both on the internet, access to Telneting into our router. Now let's do it on this internal router. Standard access control list is the best access control list to use to deny access to every other computers, both in your internal LAN and the internet. Access list 50, let's use 50. Permit host 192.168.10.2. okay, you now say line VTY, this is the Telnet line, 0, you give gap and put 4. Access class 50 in. Okay, is it in or out? Okay, let's list in. Okay, let's see. Now we open that system, the PCO, and that remember is the one that has access into the Telnet. You can see hostname unresolved for the one we did before. So let's get to command prompt where we can log into our router. So this is our command prompt. Okay, let's Telnet into that router. Telnet 192.168.10.1. Remember, that's the router interface. You can see we are into the router. Okay, we are into the internal router from this PC. You can see we can do anything here. We can configure the router from our PC. You can do this even if you are outside the country. You can, hence you are connected to the internet, you can Telnet into your router. Show run. You can see it. So we are there. Now let's log out and try another. Let's try another computer. Okay, let's try this PC1 to see if PC1 can get into that router. Okay. Okay, Telnet 192.168.10.1. Connection refused by remote host. Look at the message. Look at the error message here. Connection refused by remote host. There is no computer in this world that can Telnet into this router except PC0. If you like this video, share it. Thank you. And this is how access control list works. You use it to create some security policies. There are a lot of traffic to filter. You do your research, so that you can know more about access control list. Thank you, and see you in the next video.